a little bit of this weekend's project. Went ahead and took most of the front components off the car after pressure washing the car. Kept all the A-arm spacers where they went, and a mark on the little metal pieces on one side of them, whether it went to the back or to the front, so I know how spacers were originally set on the A-arms. I'm gonna have to get a ball joint separator. I got one coming. Should be here this week to get the ball joint off that spindle over there. Joe at Jay has all my bushings coming, so hopefully they'll be in here next week, which I won't be ready for them yet to actually install them. Got the rack and pinion out. This is pretty neat. I figured they would have had bushings in there, but Lotus actually just had spacers made up that went in the rack and pinion and no bushings in the rack and pinion. Thought that was pretty neat. I feel sorry for anyone trying to remove this thing with a body on. It's very difficult to get out, especially this bolt right here, because if you fighting the brake line down there, you get a wrench against the brake line, could bend it. Fortunately, the body was off for me, so I was able to unclip the brake line, get it out of the way, and able to get to that nut without messing up my brake lines. Oil cooler lines are still on the car right now. All my tubes don't look too bad. This one does have a little white on the inside of it, but even the intercooler lines didn't really look bad at all. So I may just try to run something through there and make sure they're nice and clean. They don't look bad. I know everyone says replace the lines going through the chassis, but they're looking pretty good condition right now. Took all the anti-lock brake wires off the car, and that's the old JAE clutch cable. Probably get Jay to send me another clutch cable. It's got a couple places where it's been rubbed through the coating, but through the black Teflon coating on it. Spindles and everything are off over here. Still fighting that tie rod in, trying to get it off. That spindle, I got to get ball joint separator to get that one off. I didn't even try to take the nut off. I'm just going to wait, get a ball joint separator and get it in here. Brake calipers are all in here along with the bearings. Probably going to sandblast those backing plates and have them repainted or re-zinc plated. That's about it. So got a lot out of the front, and probably have to start working on the back here another couple days this week in the evenings when I get home from work. See if we can get the back parts took off of it. I'm really thinking I'm just going to leave the anti-lock brake system wiring off the car, because I got Ian's brake kit. It's over here. So it comes with a vacuum pump, brake booster, and all the rods and everything. So I think I'm probably going to end up just leaving the anti-lock brake lines off, unless somebody sees another reason why I should leave them on there. They got all the wheel sensors and everything bagged and organized, but I do not want this old brake system on the car. I hated it back when it was on the car. Motor setting over here. So axle seals are leaking when I got the car back, so got to get the turbo and axle seals replaced in the transmission. Got to determine whether I actually want to go through the transmission or try to just get it in the car, get it back going, and maybe have the transmission gone through later. Here's a shelf where I got everything sort of set up over here. Got the old condensers over here. The rear window quarters, they're pulled out, set over here. Radiators record, so we're ready to go with the radiator. I just got to paint it black. The old window is out. It is cracked. New window is sitting behind the rack over there in the box, so it's in a safe place. So Jay got that sent over there to me. Got one of the seats off at the upholstery guy. I didn't want to lose all my interior parts till he got at least one seat done, and we're going to start going to the next seat and start recovering all the leather up here. I actually got some hides of leather. I'll walk up here. These are the hides of leather that got sent in from the UK hide store. Magnolia, they match really close, about perfect match to the original Lotus Magnolia color. So if anyone's looking for Magnolia, I would take a look at the UK hide store. But cars, chassis coming apart, and bushings and everything should be in. I still think I'm going to do something with the chassis. I'm just not happy with even trying to clean it. Here's where I try to take some clean it and solvent. Actually use a little white vinegar, and just don't think I'm going to be happy to leave it like that. So I'm going to either epoxy it, paint it, or I'm not going to powder coat it. I really don't want to galvanize and mess with a sandblaster. I don't want to get anything blasted on it since the galvanized coating is holding up pretty good. Just probably scuff it up and shoot over it with paint. But oh, fuel tanks. Fuel tanks have come in. Oil coolers are busted. No way of getting them off without the top fitting breaking. New fuel tanks from Boyd. They've come in. I got the old ones sitting over here. I wouldn't say they're completely rusted through, but having the car this far apart and knowing the issues with the fuel tank, I'm not even gonna deal with the old tanks. Just went ahead and ordered a new set of Boyd tanks. So they're over here. So hopefully, maybe I can get this thing together next year and have it out by, you know, maybe fall or late next year. Window motors. Here's all the bumper support pieces that go up underneath the bumper that are a pain in the butt to get out to get the front bumpers off. So probably just going to have these made out of stainless steel at a local shop around here. Jay's got a bunch of goodies already sent out. So I got my stainless steel brake lines. He's got my disc brakes for the front and rears. I got all my silicone hoses. I went ahead and got the Evora steering wheel. It's in this bag right here. Timing belt lines, a bunch of lines. New RC injectors. Mine were completely clogged, and we had to work on cleaning them out with some injector cleaner and hooking them up to a battery and trying to flow some injector cleaner in them whenever we fired up the car. Make sure the engine and everything was good. But get a little bit more progress on it. But anyone has any thoughts or ideas, here's all the hose clamps, which I'm just going to probably go with the comp cams. I think they're called Gator hose clamps. I'll throw these in I got an ultrasonic cleaner coming, so I'll throw these in there and see if the heads of these clean up the bolts. But if they don't, I'll probably just get some new hose clamps and put on it. Just don't want to put old nasty rusty hose clamps on a car as far as we're doing as far as cleaning it up. But SPAC shocks. So I talked with Joe at JAE, and he's going to look into maybe the E-box shocks that they make for the car, or I can take these and have them repowder coated. But they are rusting pretty good. And there's also a shock company not far from where we live that dyno a bunch of the drag cars we run, so they may have a tapered shock. I can probably send them these springs and they could probably check them, see what the spring rate is, and maybe find me a tapered shock that'll work, same size. But Joe's checking into some E-box, so we'll see what he finds with that. But worst case, I can probably sandblast these and paint them or powder coat them back at the local powder coaters. So that's about it.